I'm Karina Bertier with Netezza, an IBM company. I'm here at the IBM Information on Demand 2011 conference with David Birmingham, who has written a couple of books about Netezza. He speaks at a lot of our events. He's basically an expert, and he's also an IBM Information Champion. So David, do you want to talk a little about what that means and what the experience has been like?
Yeah, well, being an IBM champion this year has been red carpet. That's all I can say. I was invited to join. I know a lot of IBM champions. I know what it's like to interact with them, and I was really proud to be nominated, and it's been great. It opens doors. It starts conversations. I think that would normally get started, and IBM champion just opens a door. It's great. So IBM's been great about it. They've rolled out the red carpet for me, given me a lot of additional opportunities because of that. A developer works blog. I've been posting things out there. I've been notified that one of the blog entries out there ranks right at the very top of hits. So I'm apparently saying something that resonates. So that's good. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. IBM Champion's been a lot of fun this year.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear it. And now I'm sure you are aware, as an expert on Netezza, that one of our main messages and value propositions has been our simplicity. So can you just maybe explain how you would define simplicity or what simplicity means to you?
Well, simplicity is interesting because just about every migration I've worked on, we take a system that's been running out of gas. And we take that and we migrate it over to the Netezza box, and it surprises people that what we end up doing is de-engineering what was over there. And they wonder why, and we say, well, what happens is, over the course of the last year, you have engineers running around propping it up and adding all this extra stuff to it to prop up the performance, and all those performance props are just artificial. They don't really belong in the box. And so when you tear all that down and you move over just what the box is supposed to do, it's actually a very simple mission, it just doesn't have enough power to do it. And now you're over here and you can simplify everything. And once you're over there, now you have not only the power to simplify your original mission, now you can add more functionality to it and make it even more valuable than it was before, and you still don't break out of that simple model. It's very simple to do things. Because all of the hard, heavy lifting and stuff is under the covers, especially if I want to do transforms or do in-the-box processing, I can create and destroy tables at will and get things done very, very fast. And Netezza will process the data inside the box faster than any other environment, and maybe people want to argue about that, but if I have a 32-way box over here, it might be a very powerful ETL environment, but it's not going to compete with an 800-way box, it's just not. So there's a lot of things you can do inside the machine very simply with just SQL that would be very difficult to do outside because you don't have the power. So it matters. Simplicity really matters. So one of the catchphrases used to be, with great power comes great responsibility, but now with great power comes great simplicity, because you can do all these very powerful things inside the box, and you don't have to have a lot of knowledge or expert knowledge of the system. If you know SQL and you know your data, and even if you don't know your data very well, put the data in the box and start punching around on it, because you can inhale and exhale libraries of Congress at a time. Just start playing with it, and you can learn all about your data and get even better at it. So it's an amazing platform.
Very good. Thank you, David. And now people might be wondering what you actually do for your day job besides writing books and being a champion. So do you want to just talk a little bit, give a 2-second commercial for Brightlight Consulting?
Yes. I'm a senior principal consultant for Brightlight Consulting. I do large-scale architectures. Our largest clients like to set things up and run things both inside and outside the machine. I help them set up the full-scale architecture. We deploy teams. I'm known on both sides of the pond for doing this, so I'm about to be in London here in November as well. And so, but one of the things that we try to drive into a client's environment is the power of a purpose-built box, of a purpose-built platform. All the things we do are purpose-built, based around patterns, frameworks, very scalable models. Stuff when you try to get into very specific things, the very specific like handcrafted SQL, that just doesn't work anymore. So we do things along the lines of developing patterns so that the SQL and the actual transforms are manufactured off of templates and things like that. So they're completely out of the handcrafted zone, and now they can affect things very simply by modifying templates or metadata or configuration scripts, things like that, and they can do very large scale operations with very small changes. And so that makes a big difference to the kind of clients we have, because they want to do the complex things, they just don't want to do it the complex way. And we don't want to either, honestly.
Well, thank you, David. We appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of the conference.